Hello and welcome to TelecomTV. I'm Martin Warwick and I'm talking with Tetsuya Nakamura, who is Principal Architect Strategy and Innovation at CableLabs. Tetsuya, good to speak to you and see you again. Thanks for talking to us. I'd like to talk about cloud native, which is one of the buzzwords of the moment. I'd like to begin by asking you, what does it mean to begin with? Is it clear what the concept is and how is it applied to NFV and to 5G, upon which NFV will and 5G will rely on NFV and vice versa?
Yes, thank you for asking such a very great question. Because as you mentioned, cloud native sounds like buzzword recently, and all the operators are a little bit concerned on that because each vendor and even among the operators, the definition and understanding is totally different. So that's why somehow all the global network operators get together and try to figure out what's the real expectation in terms of the cloud native. And recently, in February this year, so 23 network operators published a white paper. That's NFV priorities for 5G. And one of their top list in that white paper is exactly a cloud native. And of course, it's a little bit difficult to define the very single definition of what the cloud native is. However, at least from an operator's point of view, we can indicate what kind of a design principle is necessary to be considered in the whole industry. And we figure out the three design principles. One is VNF, network function, should be decomposed in many lightweight components. And the second point is VNF, network function, can be and should be designed for more component-basis manner, like microservices. Mm-hmm. And this first 2 points is fully relevant is now industry is struggling. What's the granularity and what kind of level of granularity is necessary to compose and decompose? It's everything that define depend on the design principle. Because so when couple of operator and vendor imagine that the firewall or CPE, that's totally different granularity from EPC or some CMTS in the cable industry. So that's why, so how to align and how to modular the such a different level of the component as a one VNF. That's one of the key enabler and very crucial to have a more common understanding in terms of cloud native. And the last third point is VNF should be more recursive and more easy to quick recovery during a failover. So otherwise, one of the advantage of the NFV and the potential advantage and benefit of the VNF and NFV will be more agile and more elastic and more dynamic flavor of a VNF behavior, including scaling in and scaling out and migration and so on. So that's why we are trying to figure out such a three design principle in terms of the cloud native.
As you approach this from the point of view of the cable industry rather than the telcos and the CSPs, what do you think the operators' expectations of NFV actually are? Do they know what they want from it, or are they waiting to see what they get from it, which are two very different things?
Yes, because as you know, I moved from a mobile industry to a cable industry, and I realized a problem we are facing, cable industry is facing exact the same is the mobile and the telecom industry. But one of the little bit difference is still HFC network is quite stable in many ways. And market is still quite a little bit slow. Slow means positively slow, and slow means very stable. Mm-hmm. But still many cable operators recognize some importance or such industry transition. How make it easy, especially in the mobile operations point of view and so on. So in this sense, not just for waiting, but inside the cable industry, we are trying to more keen to investigate what kind of virtualization target is necessary, not only just a CPE, but also CMTS and the CCAP and so on.
Thank you. Final question to you then. We talked earlier about how we can leverage these technologies. How will that ability to leverage them be made evident to the end user? What will the result be? What will the end user, the final customer, whoever that may be, see as a result of the application of cloud native in the networks?
I think one of the most visible outcome or derivative to the end user, not only just a consumer but also enterprise user, will be time to market and a more reasonable cost to offering exact the same quality of the services. So how we can reduce their deployment time as well as more flexible service changes and so on, depend on the on-demand traffic and on-demand service requirements. So that's one of the most key enabler and visible outcome to the real consumer.
Tetsuya Nakamura, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.